Alright. Type rock. I am really excited to see what happens with Star Citizen exploration. For one thing, if the star map is going to come out in 323, because yeah, we're not done talking about Star Citizen. We're never done talking about Star Citizen in this household. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Star Citizen exploration is gonna have a real... The star map, if it has waypoints, which I guess I don't know, but I would assume it does, which maybe is, again, one of those things where, like, maybe doing a summary of, like, oh, here's this thing, and then not going into, like, explicit detail about all of the stuff. Maybe it's not the best idea. Because actually, yeah, because really, I don't know. Like, there could definitely be some parts of the star map. Like, I would consider the FPS radar and scanning thing, like, the way they presented it made me think that the scanner and radar stuff is part of the star map. Is, like, intrinsically connected to it. And maybe I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, but I'm not going to hold out too much hope there. You know, they haven't confirmed or denied, you know, but they haven't confirmed or denied any particular thing about the star map, I don't think. Maybe, like, the roadmap update says something, but if you can just put down waypoints, dude, just being able to put down waypoints and then share those waypoints, which also I guess is another thing that might not be a thing, that's gonna change exploration so much, make things so much easier, and, like, I mean, you know, it's gonna be this thing of, well, okay, so in order to get to the Microtech River, you have to go to this point, and then change your heading to 270 degrees, you know, northeast or whatever, and then do the thing. It's not going to be that anymore. It's going to be just like, hey, here's a waypoint, I'll share it with you, or it's these coordinates. Find these coordinates yourself and place a marker, and you'll find it. Which on the one hand is going to make things... which might make things more difficult in one sense. But in another, it's going to make things so much easier to do that more people are going to actually want to explore. And, you know, people are probably going to find... people who, like, want to just spend, you know, some time, like, just finding a cool spot in the planet, on the planets. They'll probably find some bugged, broken areas that, like, it's like, hey, this area, something fucked up in the world generation here that, like, I don't, like, they have tools, CIG, they've got tools for, you know, being able to tell, or being able to survey, you know, like, if there's anything like that. I'm pretty sure if there's, like, some sort of extreme, if there's some sort of extremity that shouldn't exist, I'm sure they have the means to find that. But, you know, we'll see. Also, I think this isn't the planets we have aren't, like, the final iteration. They're not gonna just get, like, they're not procedural. I mean, they're procedurally generated and then, like, touched up. So they're not going to, change dynamically, necessarily. But I don't think... They have mentioned that they want to update the planet generation stuff, so they'll probably, you know, update that stuff with, they'll probably update it with, with the new stuff when it comes out. Hold up. Let's go to the mountains. I don't have any more soda. I don't have any more... I don't got soda, I don't got water right now. I mean, I could get water. It's not quite that. Oh, you know what? I think I haven't mentioned that kvass. It's like, it's not quite beer, but it's like you make it out of bread. So take that for what you will. And Life of Boris is the channel that just does Slavic content in general. He's got a recipe. You can watch that to get the recipe that I used. And it's pretty much that. I've altered like some of the things a little bit. Like he uses like he uses 2 slices of bread. I tried using 3 slices of bread. I also, well, I've done it twice. I've made it 2 times. The first time I didn't have, a container large enough, so I had to, split it into 2, and definitely some of the stuff, it's like a really light, really light beer cider mix thing. Guess let's just check this real quick. Like it supposedly does not have a lot of alcohol, although I will say, good lord, what was it? I don't know, I used less water. So the recipe called for like raisins. Yeah, it's probably that. So recipe calls for raisins. I used raisins in the second batch I made, but I also used just 1 Granny Smith apple. And I don't know exactly how the yeast and alcohol thing work. I think you need sugar to activate the yeast? Or not activate, maybe that's the wrong term. But like, and I guess adding an entire Granny Smith apple must have, I don't know, it's not like a huge apple really, but, it's not a huge apple, but it must have been enough to set things off, apparently. When I opened it, it had so much fizz, it was hilarious. It was also weird. It's also an interesting thing. Very interesting thing in that, I had... So, you know, so the first time I had too much for the container I had, so what I did was, like, okay, I'm gonna take my, I think it's like a 32-ounce mason jar, that's what I was using, and, okay, I'm just gonna fill this up with water. I'm not gonna fill the thing fully up, because it's gonna be carbonated, so that I don't want it to explode. I'm gonna leave a little space, and I guess the bread, and, well, probably mostly the bread. So like you take the bread, raisins, or apples, or whatever, and you basically steep it like a tea, and then you take the stuff out, you let it ferment with some sugar and yeast, and, add back the raisins and apples, or apple, at least. But yeah, so I went into the thing with like, I don't know, probably 32 ounces, but then I got like 16 ounces of actual stuff, and I was like, oh god. But even then, like, it fizzed up so much that it literally overflowed, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? So, like, I assumed that the fizz was because of the apple, I would assume. Also, again, I did use 3 slices of bread instead of 2. I don't know if that, I guess that could also do something. Maybe I used less raisins. So that might have also been part of it, but like, I don't know. God, I feel bad. Like, I mentioned before that, like, I have so much stuff that I talk about so many things, but like, the thing is that, like, I don't know how much of this content anybody's actually going to see, like, long term. Like, I could literally talk about the exact same thing in the next episode, and like, it's not gonna matter, because, like, there's gonna be somebody who probably sees this video, comments on the stuff. There's gonna be somebody completely separate who might say the exact same thing in the next episode if I talk about the stuff in the next episode. I don't know, but anyways, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.